Hello my friend, welcome back to our channel again. My topic is about idea, or we can say ideas. Where this idea came from? It's from Greek word. Idea means a form or pattern. From the root of idein, to see. So in common usage and in philosophy, ideas are the result of thought. Also in philosophy, ideas can also be mentally representational images of some object. Many philosophers have considered ideas to be a fundamental ontological category of being. The capacity to create and understand the meaning of ideas is considered to be an essential and defining feature of human beings. An idea arises in a reflexive, spontaneous manner, even without thinking of or serious reflection. For example, when we talk about the idea of a person or a place, a new or an original idea can often lead to innovation. There's one guy who said, aha, Eureka! He has a Eureka moment. His name is Archimedes. In a fit of jubilation, left straight out of the bath and ran naked down the streets shouting, Eureka! I found it. So the goldsmith soon confessed and was dealt with by the king. Archimedes continued with his line of thought to arrive at the principle of buoyancy. But that Eureka is the moment of idea. How about in comparison to ideology? So I have said ideology is a set of ideas, beliefs, and attitudes consciously or unconsciously held, which reflects or shapes understanding or misconceptions of the society, of the social and political world. It serves to recommend, justify, or endorse collective action aimed at preserving or changing political practices and institutions. So there are four group of ideas which I'm categorized here. Can be a religious idea, economic ideas, which I will go in detail later on, the capitalism, communism, and socialism. And even the science and technology ideas, the political ideas. Now, let's take a look the religious ideas, because these religious ideas, we need this when we are talking about communism. So religious ideas, we will define the theist, deist, atheism, and agnostics. How about the theism? The term theism derived from the Greek theo, or meaning God or gods. The, the term theism was first used by Ralph Woodworth. Their Woodworth definition is that they are strictly and properly called theists, who affirm that as perfect conscious understanding being or mind existing of itself from eternity was the cause of all other things. So theism is broadly defined as the belief in the existence of at least one deity. In common parlance, or when contrasted with deism, which I will define later on. So the term often describes the philosophical conception of God that is found in classical theism, or conception found in monotheism or gods found in polytheistic religions, or a belief in God or gods without the rejection of revelation as is charismatic of as is characteristic of deism. So the second part, or the second term which we define is deism. Deism derived from the Latin term Deus, meaning also God. It is the philosophical position and rationalistic theology that generally rejects revelation as a source of divine knowledge and asserts that empirical reason and observations of natural world are exclusively logical, reliable, and sufficient to determine the existence of a supreme being as the creator of the universe. More simply stated, deism is the belief in the existence of God, but often not necessarily a God who does not intervene in the universe after creating it. Solely based on rational thought without any reliance on revealed religions or religious authority. Deism emphasizes the concept of natural theology. That is, God's existence is revealed through nature. The third part, or the third term, is the atheism, which later on we will correlate that to communism. So atheism, it is also as a theism as God. Atheism with A is meant godless, no God. It was first used as term censor. It's a term used censor, roughly meaning ungodly or impious. The 5th century BCE, the word began to indicate more deliberate and active godlessness in the sense of severing relations with the gods or denying the gods. As an abstract noun, there was also atheist, or we could say atheism. And Cicero transliterated the Greek word into Latin atheos. Okay. So atheism, in the broad sense, is an absence of belief in the existence of deities. Less broadly, atheism is a rejection of the belief that any deities exist. In an even narrower sense, atheism is specifically the position that there are no deities. Atheism is contrasted with theism, which is the most general form, is in the belief that at least one deity exists for theists. Historically, evidence of atheistic viewpoints can be traced back to classical antiquity and early even Indian philosophy. So in the Western world, atheism declined as Christianity gained prominence. But in the 16th century, and the age of Enlightenment, marked the resurgence of atheistic thought in Europe. Atheism achieved a significant position in 20th century with legislation protecting freedom of thought. According to 2003 estimates, there are at least mentioned 5 million atheists in the world. So atheism is commonly understood as non-acceptance or outright rejection of theism in the broadest sense of the term. That is, non-acceptance of or rejection in the belief of God, belief in God or gods. It is related to but separate is the claim that existence of any deity is unknown or unknowable. A stance known as the next part is agnosticism. Agnostic theism is a personal belief in one or more deities, along with acceptance that the existence or non-existence of the deity or deities is fundamentally unknowable. Okay. The fourth term, which is agnosticism, or what is agnostic? It's from the Greek word means without. Gnosis means knowledge. Knowledge. Was used by Thomas Henry Saussure in speech at a meeting in the Metaphysical Society in 1869 to describe his philosophy, which rejects all claims of spiritual or mystical knowledge. So agnosticism is the view of or belief that the existence of God or of the divine or the supernatural is unknown or unknowable. Another definition provided is the view that human reason is incapable of providing sufficient rational grounds to justify either the belief that God exists or the belief that God does not exist. So, usually, as we already understand the definition, so for me, agnostic or agnosticism usually term to scientists. They are agnostic. They neither believe nor deny the existence of God. So they will only believe if it can be proven scientifically. Okay? So that is agnosticism. And atheists totally reject, they believe that there's no God. And theists believe that there is God. So both, no God, theist, there is God, atheist, no God. So what is the implication for that one? If I go to jump little about atheism. So in communism, they said, or in theism or Christianity or Islam, they said we have paradise or heaven after death. So in communism, why waiting for paradise or heaven after death? You have to live, enjoy life on earth like a heaven while still living. So that is, we can differentiate between the concept of atheism and theism in the economic point of view. Enjoy now, that is a theistic point of view, and theism, we have more enjoyment after death. Okay, so that's the idea behind. In contrast to what always saying that because I am theist, I'm saying that we have body, soul, and spirit. So atheist, they only consider that we have only body. So for theist, we have three composition: body, soul, and spirit. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.